Have you and your partner ever used the same toy at the same time? It's probably not an experience that you come across very often, and it's even harder to find a toy that is suitable for the job. This is especially the case if you're in a queer relationship, because it's really hard to find a toy that is suitable not just for one body, but multiple. Like you and your partner might have different preferences on intensity, on size, on shape. Certain toys don't fit certain types of anatomy, and you just really want to find a toy that is easy to use, that is versatile, and yeah, it can be used in all kinds of different ways, right? So basically, I've been a really big fan of the brand Lelo for a really long time. I think that their toys are really great because they just are really beautiful to look at. They're very well designed. They've got a very ergonomic shape. They come in a lot of different colors and they have a very luxurious feel to them. Like the silicone that they use is really high quality and very soft to the touch. It really feels like skin when you touch it. And they're very well made toys that are built to last for a very long time. So I'm really excited to be reviewing their latest addition to their collection, which is called the Lelo Switch. So the Lelo Switch at first glance looks like your average wand, right? Like, you know, pretty intuitive. You hold it, this part goes buzz. But this toy is special because it's double-ended. Both ends can be used and there are two motors, right? One on each side. So depending on your preference of whether you want something that's for a bit more external action or something that's a bit more internal, you can switch between them. Or you can use both ends at the same time if you are playing with a partner. I've gotten the Lelo Switch in aqua, which is a lovely blue color. They also have this toy in soft pink and lilac, which are also very lovely to look at. But yeah, I chose this blue and it was honestly, I gasped when I took this out of the box because I was like, this is a beautiful color. I love toys that have really exciting colors. So in terms of how this works, there is a little bit of a swirly pattern to this toy, and that's the case on both ends. And it's very nice because it adds some extra texture when you're kind of touching yourself. The kind of ridges add some extra sensation, which I think work a lot better, especially with vibration, like compared to if it was just like a smooth kind of oval shape. There are 3 buttons. They're pretty intuitive. One increases the intensity, one decreases the intensity, and the one in the middle turns the toy on and off, as well as changes the modes. Now, this toy has 10 different modes. So, you know, you've got like your usual like kind of consistent pattern, and then there's some that are more pulsing, that like go up and down and that kind of thing. So you can really kind of customize it to what you want or set it to a mode to like surprise yourself a little bit. And as you cycle through them, basically they alternate. So if you like this pattern, but you want it on the other side, you just need to press the button once and it switches to the other side. As it's called, the Lelo Switch, pretty intuitively named. And if you kind of cycle through the patterns, eventually you get to one where essentially it's vibrating on both sides. So both motors are now being activated. You can't really see it on the camera, but both are now buzzing and moving very, very quickly right now. So that's really fun if you want some kind of double-ended play, like with a partner. A really good marker of a well-made toy is when one end is buzzing, but your hand isn't going numb while holding it, right? Like if I'm holding one end while the other end is going, you know, the handle feels very firm to hold, firstly, but also you can't really feel the vibration very strongly in the handle, which is good because sometimes you get toys where like the vibration travels all the way down the toy and then you can't hold it for too long because like then your hands start feeling really funny. But that doesn't happen on this toy, and this is the case as well. If you transfer to the other side, you hold this end, there's basically no like a vibration transfer to the handle. Which is something that I really look for in toys because, like, you know, what's the point of a really powerful vibrator if you can't even hold the toy for too long because it's so uncomfortable, right? So that's like something that really stood out to me about this toy when I was using it. Another thing is that this toy is very beginner friendly because when you turn it on, its lowest mode is actually quite like a quiet hum. Sometimes you get toys where like even at the lowest setting, it is just like way too intense out the gate. And if you're new to using vibrators, that might not be suitable if you've never used one before and you're not used to the sensation. It can be a lot. But yeah, like it starts like really on a really low setting, but that doesn't mean it's not powerful because there's 16 intensities, which is more than what you usually get. Usually on most toys you get 10. and you can increase them gradually by kind of pressing the button, or you can press and hold, and then it goes up. I don't know if you can hear it, but yeah, like it goes pretty hard when you increase it to the highest level. So this is really good for beginners, but it's also really good for people who are seasoned toy users like myself. You know, I like the setting somewhere around the middle. So this is a toy that I can definitely use for all kinds of different situations. If I want to increase the intensity or decrease it just to have like to tease myself a little bit, or if I just want to, you know, get the job done, then I turn it way up. Another thing I like about this toy is, of course, its shape. A lot of wand vibrators are just pretty straight, but because this one is double-ended, they've made sure to design it in a shape that not only feels really good to hold, no matter which side you're using, but also has a really nice curve to it. So if you really want to hit that G spot, this is very, very easy to use. And those extra ribs just kind of add some great sensation. It feels like a little ice cream swirl. So if you're using it on yourself, you can do this for some external play and then switch to internal, or, you know, you can like use it on yourself while, you know, your partner rides the other end. Like you can kind of move it between you. There's so many different ways that you can use this toy. The toy is waterproof, so you can use it in the bath if you want. And another thing is that it's rechargeable and it doesn't take that long to recharge. Pretty intuitive. You just stick the charger in there and it starts flashing, and when it stops flashing, that's when you know that it's fully charged. Keep your toys charged, guys. You don't want your vibrator dying on you in the middle of a little session. So if you're interested in getting a Lelo Switch for yourself, I've partnered with Lelo and have a little offer for you. So the code is POLY15 to get a 15% discount on all Lelo products. So you can have a look at the Switch. Also, you can have a look at a lot of their other lovely toys. And the code stacks. So even if there's a sale going on, you can use the code on top of it. And so, yeah, you get like an extra discount in addition to the ones that they've already got on offer. Once again, this is the Lelo Switch. I've gotten it in the aqua color, and I really hope you enjoy using it as much as I did. Again, the code is POLY15.